In 1988, the world had about 15 million displaced people. Now in 2016, there are more than 60 million refugees. Calgary Catholic Immigration Society, celebrating its 35-year anniversary, has made it their mission to not only welcome these migrants, but resettle and integrate them into Canadian society with the lead of their CEO, who immigrated to Canada as an Iranian Baha'i refugee.
Our mandate is to help immigrant and refugee in partnership with our community to regain really their self-worth and their dignity and become a very meaningful participant in our all aspect of our community life. We have about 70 different programs at the organization level, and we attracted many talents, many of them former immigrant or refugee.
The CEO is not alone in arriving to Canada as a refugee in 1988. Many of the other 300 staff members have also come in this way, and Farah Bors has served as the CEO for the past 22 years. Due to his experience, he is able to truly understand the plight refugees face and the fears that accompany them as they get acclimated into a new country.
Nobody plans to become a refugee, but once you become a refugee, it's a whole different world. You have to learn to become, to function with the limited resources you may have, with the really danger around refugees, safety of your children, your wife, your family. So the mental journey that people go through the process of becoming a refugee, obviously, is quite important to understand that.
CCIS assists with sponsoring refugees, both in the private sector and through the government. In 2013, they started sponsoring refugees from Syria and have sponsored over 500 by joining with other organizations, providing 75% of all sponsorships in their area. Farah Bors is calling for drastic action to prevent refugees from leaving their country. If there are refugees, he is advocating for people to take measures to address their issues on a local level. He is insistent on managing the crisis because he knows how strongly it will impact everyone.
The world is becoming very small village, as we know, and what happens in one part of the world, I think we cannot afford to ignore it. And we see when we ignore it, the disaster becomes so big that it impacts everybody. Everybody ignored it. Now we have a problem that impacting obviously that country severely, the people in that country and Europe and the entire world.
CCIS acts as a shelter for all displaced, regardless of where they come from. They organize their mission around their logo. I was a stranger and you welcomed me, hoping that the fears of Canadian refugees will one day be eliminated and they will simply be left with the hope of a bright future.